What is going on, guys? Welcome back. Commentary for you. Want to talk about some REITs that I've been working to improve my position on the past couple days as the trade talk, I guess, improving has really pulled back some of these REITs. The first of which, VC Properties. They are an experiential REIT. They basically focus on ownership of casinos. They own several casinos, all of which I'm sure you're very familiar with. They also own some really nice golf courses. Their price has dipped, though, in a way because they've put a lot of stock back out into the market so that they can purchase more. So that's lowered their cost, allowed me to dollar cost average in a little bit better. The second I've talked about in the past is Americold Realty. I love their ticker symbol, which is cold, by the way. But listen, to me, a lot of people will think recession-proof stocks. And to me, there's not a whole lot of them out there. But the fact of the matter is, if there's perishable food, if it's not maintained, it becomes trash. Whether we're having it thrown away at the consumer level because you purchased something that was bad, or at the retail level because it went bad before it got to the store and got rejected. So Americold basically cold food storage and transportation. They also have grown a ton. They just bought, I believe, the largest, if not one of the largest Canadian-based competitors. They basically buy every competitor they have and take them over. They also bought one in Maryland and Pennsylvania. Really big fan. Not as high as a return with them, but a ton of room to grow. When we talk about high returns, to me, Stag is right there. Now, Stag does have some fears built into it. Obviously, they are an industrial REIT, so they own a lot of commercial and industrial applications. They have a major stake in the BMW manufacturing plant down in Georgia, and I believe they're actually building something close to me as well. So these are all fairly long-tenured leases. So I'm not as concerned about them as other people would be. They also pay monthly if that's a benefit to you. I know some people will look down on that because you do have to have more people involved in your whole system to go through and vet your investors, go through and vet who has purchased where, how much they purchased, where the dividends need to be allocated. So the monthly payers are nicer in some people's mind from my standpoint if I get paid every month by them, but I understand the pushback of it costs a company more just to do the paperwork and the upkeep of the books in order to do so. But I am invested in Stag, I believe. Don't quote me on this. I believe I'm invested in them the most, but I actually see the most upside return on VC. For what that's worth, a little recession-proof too. If you follow, and this is very odd to me, but if you follow trends in the economy, even when times are bad, your casinos and your gambling, those things still do very well. That surprised me a lot. I guess there's still always the hope that somebody will hit big, even if they're losing big, or maybe in some cases you just need an escape from your reality. And to many people, at least in our country, they turn to things like casinos in order to get that. So that was really something that investing taught me as well. Some of the things that me, not being a gambler at all, I don't like casinos. I don't go to casinos. I mean, I've been there, but it's not something that I go and spend my time doing. I always assumed that when the economy was poor, that those places would really struggle. And you actually learn that actually could not be further from the truth. And I guess if you've ever walked through a casino at 2 or 3 in the morning and realized that it's still packed with people just constantly playing games, you learn that that's probably a lot more factual in terms of what's really happening than my own impression of, well, if people don't have money, that means they won't gamble, which was a lot of short-sightedness. But there you go, 3 REITs that I'm buying into right now, trying to improve my position. I would say if I was going to put a focus on them, probably Stag first because it's a monthly payer, VC second, and then Cold, it's so hard to put more money in because you're getting less of a return right now, but I think later on in the future I'm going to regret that I didn't put more in now when I can, because I feel like their growth is going to be much greater than Stag or VC could be, because they just have the potential that those don't have to become really, I don't want to say a monopoly, but the only player in town. And when you can look at a company that has a track record of being successful, longevity in the company, and really the only one in the marketplace, there's no way that that company won't thrive for years and years and years. Love to know your thoughts on this. Appreciate you checking out. I will be back very shortly with more commentary.